but only a few make dreams reality. Jack Ma failed, was rejected, and laughed at, yet turned failure into fuel. If you're ready to fight for your dream, this speech will change everything. When I was a young man, people laughed at me when I told them about my dreams. They said I was not smart enough, not rich enough. They said my ideas were too big for someone like me. And honestly, I was not special. I was rejected many times in school, in jobs, in opportunities. Something inside me that refused to die. I told myself, if I don't believe in my dream, nobody will believe in it for me. This is the first rule of life: dream big. Move fast and never give up. Dreaming big is free. Everybody can dream, but the size of your dream will decide the size of your life. If you dream small, stay small. If you dare to dream big, your life has the possibility to become extraordinary. But here is the problem: most people only dream. Becoming successful, becoming powerful, but they do nothing. Talking is easy, working is hard. Dreaming is easy, but turning a dream into reality is the real challenge. You must understand that your big dream must begin with very small steps. Climbing the entire mountain at once. Think about taking the first step, then the next one, then another. People get lost because they want success overnight. Success is a process, not an instant result. When I started Alibaba, my dream was to build a platform that could help small businesses grow using the internet. It sounded crazy in the 1990s. In China, nobody believed in the internet. Nobody believed small businesses could have power. And we had no money, no technology, no reputation. Just a dream. But we did not try to build the biggest company on day one. We started with one small website, a small group of people, and a simple mission. On solving one problem at a time, one customer at a time. That is how a small seed grows into a tree. Too many young people want to change the world tomorrow but refuse to change themselves today. This is why they fail. You want to change your life? Start small. Improve one habit. Take one action. That small action, repeated every day, will create something big in the future. And when you start, you must move fast. Not wait for you. Opportunity does not wait. The world is changing every second. If you keep planning, thinking, worrying, and never acting, it will be stolen by someone who is faster. Do not waste time waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The best time to act was yesterday. Time is today. When I was young, I didn't know technology. I was not an engineer. But when the internet came, I moved quickly to learn, to try, to fail, and to adapt. While other people were laughing at the internet, saying it was useless, I was already taking small steps to test it. That's why when the wave came, we were ready. You move fast. Even if you make mistakes, you will still learn faster than the person who does nothing. But no matter how big your dream, how carefully you start, quickly you move, there will always be challenges. You will be rejected. You will be criticized. You will face failures. Many people give up at this point. They think failure means the dream is impossible. But failure is not the signal to stop. Failure is the signal to continue with more wisdom. I failed many times in my life. Failed exams. I failed to get into jobs. I failed in interviews. I failed in business ideas. But every failure taught me something. Every failure gave me experience. Every failure prepared me for the next step. If you never fail, you never learn. If you never fail, your dream will collapse the first time it faces resistance. So do not fear failure, fear giving up. There were times in my life when even my family and friends doubted me. They said I was wasting my time, chasing something that could never work. And honestly, they were not wrong. Most people who start fail. Most people who dream never see results. The difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't is simple. The ones who make it never give up. When we had no money in Alibaba, we kept going. Rejected us, we kept going. When customers didn't trust us, we kept going. When people called us stupid, we kept going. And finally, after years of small actions, learning and not giving up, the dream became reality. So you must understand this equation clearly. Dream big. That is your vision, your North Star. Start small. Your foundation. Move fast. That is your energy, your action, your momentum, and never give up. That is your strength, your survival, your ultimate weapon. Nothing can stop you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day your dream will come true. But let me warn you, dreaming big will make you lonely and will understand your vision. Most people will laugh at you because they are afraid to dream themselves. They will call you crazy, unrealistic, foolish. Big dreams. If you want everyone to agree with you, then you must live a small life. If you want to live a big life, then you must accept that only a few will understand you. When I started, people laughed. They said, this guy has no money, no technology, no chance. But I told myself, matter what they think, it matters what I do. You cannot let the noise of other people's doubts silence your belief. And also remember this, when you start small, patient. Many young people start something and after 3 months, they say, why am I not successful yet? They quit, they jump to another thing. And again, after a short time, they quit. This is why they never achieve anything. A seed takes years to grow into a tree. Success takes time. Be patient with the process. Work you are doing. Results may not come today, but if you are consistent, they will come tomorrow. Moving fast does not mean being careless. It means learning quickly and acting while others are sleeping. Speed is your advantage, especially when you are small. Big companies move slowly because they are heavy. Small people, use that to your advantage. Experiment, try new things, and keep moving forward. Do not wait for permission. Take action. And finally, never give up. I cannot emphasize this enough. The reason most people fail is not because the dream is impossible, but because they quit too soon. They quit when it becomes difficult. When nobody believes in them, they quit when they feel tired. But remember, the darkest moment is always before the sunrise. If you push one more day, one more step, you may find that brave. Giving up guarantees failure. Trying again gives you a chance at success. So if you truly want your dream to become reality, do not only dream, but start small, move fast, and never give up. Because the future belongs to those who dare, those who act, and those who endure. When I was a boy, many times, and I felt the pain of rejection again and again. At that time, maybe I was not smart enough. Maybe I was not made for success. But later in life, I discovered that failure is not the opposite of success. It is the foundation of it. Every strong building must stand on a solid foundation, and in life, that foundation is failure. Without failure, you will never build strength. Without failure, you will never understand what it takes to stand up again. How to make your dream a reality, you must accept failure as your teacher and belief as your fuel. People are afraid of failure. They hide from it. They run from it like a disease. But I tell you, failure is a gift. When I failed in school, I learned persistence. When I failed in job interviews, I learned humility. In business, I learned strategy. If you succeed all the time, you will never learn. If everything is easy, you will never grow. So I say to young people, fail, smile, because you are standing on the foundation that will hold your success tomorrow. But failure alone is not enough. Many people fail and never rise again. They let failure become their grave instead of their foundation. What makes the difference is belief. Belief is the fuel that takes you forward when nothing else works. Fire inside your heart when the world is cold outside. Belief is the voice that says, I will try one more time, even when everybody else tells you to stop. If you do not believe in your dream, no one else will. I remember when I started talking about Alibaba, people told me I was crazy. They said the internet was a toy. They said I was a fool to think small businesses could go online. At that time, I had no money, no technology, no support, but I had belief. I believed that one day the internet would change the world. I believed that one day small businesses would become strong. That belief kept me moving when failure was everywhere. Rejected us. Customers didn't trust, competitors laughed at us. But belief kept us alive. Failure is painful. Belief is powerful. When they come together, unstoppable strength. Think about this. Every time you fail, you are building a stronger foundation. Every time you believe, you are adding fuel to your journey. Put them together and you have the engine of success. The taller the building, the deeper the foundation must be. The bigger your dream, the more failure you must face. But the higher you want to climb, the stronger your belief must burn. Do not be ashamed of failure. Wear it like a badge of honor. It means you tried when others only talked. You acted when others were afraid. When people laugh at your failure, smile back. Because you know something they don't, you are building the foundation of your future. And when people doubt your belief, stand firm. Because belief is not for others to understand, it is for you to hold. Young people today often want shortcuts. They want success they want reward without risk. But life does not work that way. You cannot have the harvest without the hard seasons. You cannot have the victory without the battle. If you avoid failure, you avoid growth. If you doubt your belief, you kill your dream. So accept failure as the cost of success. And protect belief as the treasure of your journey. I failed many times, but every failure gave me one more lesson, one more chance, one more piece of wisdom. Many times, and that belief gave me strength to continue, courage to fight, and vision to see the future. If I had stopped at failure, I'd still be a teacher in a small city. If I had stopped believing, Alibaba would never exist. The difference between who I was and who I became was not talent or luck. Ability to treat failure as my teacher and belief as my fuel. So I tell you today, do not run away from failure, embrace it. Do not let go of belief, hold it tightly. Your dream is not easy, your dream will test you. But every time you fail, you are laying one more brick of the foundation. Every time you believe, you are adding one more drop of fuel to your fire. And one day when you look back, you will see that all those failures built your strength. Belief turned your dream into reality.